Hello everyone, my name is Angel, and here in this pilot episode I want to talk about Mortal Kombat 1 for the Super Nintendo. As you can see, this game looks great, looks pretty much like the arcade, blah 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 blah. But this is actually considered by many in the world as the black sheep of the Mortal Kombat games ported from the arcade to the home consoles. Because at the time, in the early 90s, Nintendo had a very strict policy on censorship, and Mortal Kombat, with all the blood, all the gore, was victim of that. And to make it worse, according to some, and I actually noticed when I was recording this footage, this version seems slower than the arcade, but it's nothing game breaking. If you ask me, you can pop in this version in your Super Nintendo or Super Nintendo machine, like the analog or whatever, and you can play it and you can have fun with this. That's very important. But I did notice there was some input lag, but again, nothing game breaking. The majority of the controversy of this version comes from the fact that it was censored. But was it really censored? Okay. I couldn't find a good recording, but let's talk about fatalities. Johnny Cage's decapitation uppercut was changed to a kick in the chest. Kano's fatality was not changed at all. But without the blood, it is nah. Sonja's fatality, Liu Kang's fatality as you just saw, and Scorpion's fatality were left unchanged. Liu Kang, well, he has the lamest fatality in the history of Mortal Kombat simply because at this point in time, according to the original timeline, he was a Shaolin monk and he was not allowed to kill. He sent all that Shaolin monk train of thought to hell during the second game, I should say. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's why Liu Kang has the lamest fatality ever in a Mortal Kombat game. I like it. It's my favorite. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, now let's talk about the other two fatalities that were changed. Sub-Zero and Raiden. In the original, speaking of which, Sub-Zero. In the original, Sub-Zero has perhaps the most infamous fatality of them all, the spine rip. He rips your head off with the spine intact. But here, if you use his fatality, he freezes you and then he smashes you. If you ask me, that is equally as brutal as ripping a head with the spine. He smashes you to bits. That's pretty fucking brutal. It may not be as gory as the spine rip, but that's brutal. In Raiden's case, his decapitation blast, where he blows your head off with electricity, becomes that he turns you into ash. I'm no scientist, and I didn't do the math to have numbers for this video, but to turn the body of a human, the skeleton of a human, and all the organs and all that crap inside of us to ash using the power of electricity, it takes a lot. I mean, it takes a fucking lot, if you ask me. We're talking about 1.21 gigawatts or more or something like that. I know it's not gigawatts, but bear with me here. This is a pilot. So yeah, Raiden turns you to ash. Not as gory as blowing your head off with electricity, but if you ask me, pretty damn brutal. They are as equally as brutal as their original fatalities. if you, again, this is if you ask me, maybe to you or someone else, that's lame, you needed to have the original, but that's the thing because of Nintendo censorship. Blame that. That's a good thing though, because Nintendo was so far up its ass with that censorship back in the day that they did a lot of good, but they did also got a lot of flack. Thank goodness that by the time the second game in the series of Mortal Kombat was released for their system, they stopped their censorship policies and they allowed fatalities to be intact. And that's why it's widely believed that the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 2 is actually the best version you could play in a home console at the time. I had fond memories of both versions. But I have to say, I don't know why so many people shit on this version of Mortal Kombat 1. It's playable, despite the lag, despite the slowdown in gameplay, despite the edited fatalities. You can pop in this on a Friday night with a friend and have some matches, and you can have fun. The fun factor is there. That's why I don't know why this game gets so much shit. But I understand why though. Censorship is never a good thing, according to many, even though it seemed to be a thing back in the day, and funny enough, today we're almost reaching those levels, the levels of censorship. Sorry about the mistake, but I'm gonna leave them on because this is a pilot. I'm gonna do 2 more pilot episodes, one in Spanish, one in Spanglish, and yeah, this is a good game, or a decent game. I don't know why people give it so much crap, but to each their own. I just wanted to share those thoughts. So yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Johnny Cage just kicks my ass. It's like the current version, in the current timeline I should say, where he's pretty badass. So yeah, this is pilot 1 of 3. If you watch this, please tell me what to do to make better videos. I'm open for constructive criticism. I know there's a lot of I can do better, but I don't have the resources. But I hope that I can entertain all of you eventually. So yeah, if you like what you see, if you think I have potential or whatnot, well, you know the drill. Subscribe, comment below, like. If you subscribe, also remember to press the notification bell so you don't miss my videos. So, my name is Angel Miranda, and I hope you find something you like in this, and I plan to upload. So, until next time, take care, and yeah, take care.